Surgeons from Japan, Germany, Canada, and the United States, each with over 40 years of hands-on experience in operating rooms and rehabilitation wards, came together to review hundreds of medical studies and analyze rehabilitation programs across 9 different countries. They tested 297 different exercises from around the world. 144 of them came from Japan, a culture where people learn to master aging instead of fearing it. But in the end, only 5 exercises consistently showed clear muscle recovery even after the age of 75, without relying on walking alone. Exercise No. 5. Heel-to-toe walking. After the age of 75, many people say something like this to me. "Doctor, I'm not in pain. I can still walk, but I never feel fully steady on my feet." That feeling comes from something deeper. Over time, the brain slowly loses its connection with the feet. A study from the University of Pittsburgh found that this connection can decline by up to 25% between ages 65 and 80. And that's exactly why heel-to-toe walking becomes so important. I once worked with a 78-year-old woman who told me, "I walk every day, but when I go into a crowded grocery store, I feel afraid." After 8 weeks of practicing heel-to-toe walking, she came back and said something very simple. "I feel more stable inside my own body. The movement itself is gentle. Stand near a wall or a countertop. Stand tall. Look straight ahead. With each step, place the heel of your front foot directly in front of the toes of your back foot, as if you're walking along an invisible line. No need to rush. No need to do much. Just slow, precise, intentional steps. About 20 steps per session, twice a day. And what really matters is this. You're teaching your brain to trust your feet again. Regular walking moves you forward. This exercise helps you feel grounded in every single moment. Exercise number 4. Chair squats. There's a very small moment in the day that reveals a lot. It's the moment you stand up from a chair. Here's the simple question. Can you stand up without using your hands? One of my patients, 76 years old, once told me, "Doctor, I still walk every morning, but every time I get up from the couch, I feel like I've aged a little more." After the age of 75, the muscles that help us stand, the front thigh muscles and the glutes, begin to weaken rapidly. Scientists call this sarcopenia, or age-related muscle loss. A study published in the Journal of Gerontology shows that after 75, we lose about 3% of muscle strength every single year. And that's why movements like chair squats matter far more than most people realize. But in just 5 years, you can lose nearly 15% of your ability to rise up from life itself. And that's exactly why chair squats matter so much. Sit on a sturdy chair. Place both feet firmly on the floor. Cross your arms over your chest. Lean slightly forward, then push through your heels to stand up. And then slowly, very slowly, lower yourself back down. That slow descent is where the magic happens. That's when your muscles are actively protecting you. One study found that older adults who practiced this movement 3 times per week saw nearly a 30% increase in leg strength after just 3 months. They stood up with more confidence. They felt less hesitation about going out. They were no longer afraid of the chair. And that's the difference between living dependent and living on your own terms. Exercise number 3. Standing hip circles. There's something many people don't realize. It's not your knees. It's not your back. Your hips are what decide whether you can save yourself when a fall is about to happen. I once asked a 79-year-old patient, "When was the last time you almost fell?" He answered, "When I turned around to grab something in the kitchen." As we age, the hip joints gradually stiffen, and the small stabilizing muscles around the hips weaken quietly without warning. A study published in the Journal of Biomechanics found that hip mobility declines by about 20% between the ages of 65 and 80, And this loss is directly linked to a higher risk of falls. Walking only moves your hips forward and backward within a very narrow range. But real life demands more turning, stepping sideways, avoiding obstacles, reacting in an instant. That's why standing hip circles are so important. Stand next to a wall or a chair. Lightly touch it with one hand for safety. Lift one leg, keeping the knee facing forward. Then slowly guide the knee out to the side, back, and around to the front, as if you're drawing a large circle with your knee. Slow, controlled, intentional. A clinical trial published in the journal Age and Aging found that older adults who practiced hip mobility exercises like this for just 10 minutes a day improved their side-to-side stability by more than 30%. In simple terms, your body reacts faster when something unexpected happens. I often tell my patients, you don't fall because you move slowly. You fall because your body can't rotate fast enough. Before we continue, if you're finding this video helpful, please tap the like button so more older adults can see it and subscribe to the channel. We share new senior health tips every day, and you wouldn't want to miss the next video, would you? Exercise number 2, isometric wall push. I once worked with an 81-year-old patient who told me, "Doctor, I didn't slip. I just reached out and everything happened too fast." After the age of 75, what we lose isn't just strength. We lose the speed of force production, the body's ability to tighten up and protect itself instantly when something unexpected happens. And that's when the isometric wall push becomes a very reliable friend. Stand facing a wall about 1 arm's length away. Place both palms on the wall at shoulder height. Keep your body in a straight line. Then push into the wall as hard as you can until your nose is almost touching it. You'll feel your core tighten, your chest and shoulders engage, and your feet gripping the floor. That's your entire muscle chain working together. Hold for 10 to 15 seconds. Breathe steadily. Rest briefly. Then repeat. A study published in the Journal of Applied Physiology found that just 12 minutes of isometric training per week increased muscle force production by up to 35% in adults over 70, while also improving blood pressure, bone density, and overall strength. Orthopedic specialists emphasize that this exercise activates the entire kinetic chain from the hands to the arms, shoulders, core, and all the way down to the legs. People feel more confident, more stable when opening doors, and they're no longer afraid of that quiet thought. What if I lose my balance? Exercise 1. Single leg stance. Every time you take a step, turn your body, or reach for something, you're placing your entire body weight on one leg even if it's only for a few seconds. And yet many people can walk for miles, but can't stand on one leg for more than 5 seconds. I remember an 82-year-old patient who said to me very softly, "Doctor, I'm not afraid of walking. I'm afraid of standing still." A study published in the British Journal of Sports Medicine followed more than 500 adults over the age of 70 for 10 years and found those who couldn't stand on one leg for 10 seconds had a significantly higher risk of death and a 3-fold higher risk of serious falls. But with proper training, the risk of falling can be reduced by more than 40%. Stand near a wall for safety. Lift one foot just a few centimeters off the ground and hold. Keep your hips, knee, and ankle steady. Breathe calmly. Hold for 30 seconds. This simple act of standing still is often what gives people their confidence back. 3 times a day. While brushing your teeth, while waiting for your coffee, while standing in the kitchen. I often tell my patients, you only need to stand steady for a little longer. That's balance. That's independence. That's living without dependence. All 5 exercises together take just 15 minutes a day. And every single movement can be adjusted to match where your body is today. Please like, subscribe, and share this video. It helps YouTube show it to parents, friends, and others who may need to hear this message right now. Thank you for watching.